My Hero Academia Vigilantes, Season 2, Episode 3, in Okinawa Prefecture. What is this music? Meanwhile, in Okinawa. It's a giant Shisa! How did you know that so quickly? How did you know what that was without, like, a card? That's legit terrifying. And a giant Goya plant, no less, and a giant Okinawa-style tofu. The Shisu and the Goya plant weren't enough. We also have the giant tofu for your pleasure. What did the Okinawans do to deserve this? At least it's Okinawan tofu. I think this might end very, very nutritiously. Actually, whoever's doing this, whatever quirk this is, maybe they could save the world. Or they could solve world hunger. Like, if there's no massive cost to this, that's probably good for the economy. What do you want? This sort of reminds me of Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh, look who it is! In Okinawa. That was fast. That was over before it began. Wow, he really is incredible. All Might saved so many people at so many encounters. Does he even remember these things? They probably all just a blur to him, right? All Might doesn't take sides, as long as we're in Japan. All Might is for humanity, and that's an important distinction. Wow, that intro was a true blessing. All Might is an endlessly fascinating character. The first thing that came to mind watching this was, man, you really have to enjoy this. You have to love what you do to do this. But then I remembered that when we first meet him, he is not exactly thrilled with his life. And that's because of the injury, but it's also existential, right? It's more than just the physical. So how do you reconcile those two things? Like, he loved it. He was born to do this. I mean, this is his dream. He has a vision. I mean, he sees something that is real and important, and about as close to that proverbial source, whatever that is, as you can imagine as a human being. So what went wrong? And then I had the thought that maybe one of the many things that is a factor in him sort of getting a little bit jaded with it is that at the point Deku meets him in the story, he's already kind of solved the problem as well as he can solve the problem. And now he's sort of spinning his wheels and repeating. He created the symbol already. The symbol is perfect. He's not going to like be more of All Might in the way he's doing All Might. But there are, of course, still problems because no one person, no one endeavor can ever solve all problems. You're fixing like a specific problem in the way you have insight in regards to that problem. That, incidentally, is the mantle for Deku and his generation to pick up, etc., etc. But there's something about this that's interestingly relatable, even without this sort of grand scale heroism, where like maybe one of the key ingredients of getting that sort of satisfaction from the thing itself is the feeling like it's progressing towards the goal, that you're actually satiating that thing you set out to do, which in All Might's case is to make things better, continuously better. Whereas there's a certain point where All Might isn't making things better systemically, he's just sort of like putting out fires as they emerge infinitely. Now maybe, to try to spin this in the direction of Vigilantes, there's likely something that Koichi can see, or the Vigilantes can see, that is related to what the All Might model misses. There's also an interesting dissonance or pain I can imagine in Koichi, loving and idolizing All Might as he does, but also sort of living in the darkness, maybe suspecting All Might would not approve of that, though I'm not really sure what All Might would say about it. Episode 16, Public and Private.
Despite the peaceful resolution,
looks like Superman's building.
Just in time to stop them, All Might saved the day in under a minute.
Yeah, he was really in and out. Oh, this is great. We might get some...
Hi. I'm so sorry for making you wait. You should have seen it.
I did see it. Yeah, I saw it on TV.
Not to make excuses, but I didn't want
That's
you
so
to think
noble.
I forgot about our
Like, to
meeting.
do that and still not make excuses for it.
I've been starved for a genuine conversation.
Yeah, I imagine he's lonely, man.
And
Really,
here,
like, really lonely.
paperwork, signed and ready.
This is all work, no play.
What happened to you?
I got shot 6 times at once.
You what?
With rubber bullets.
He really shot you?
He was sort of
He
crazy.
really got away?
And he's kind of overpowered, except that, like, you can only work in such short bursts
And yes, he escaped.
very slowly after all that.
You're the symbol of peace before anything else. You can't be taking battles for personal reasons.
It doesn't have to be personal. I mean, in a sense, it's all personal, but
All Might must remain a public persona. The #1 hero exists for
he can't be
everyone.
partial, that's true.
He
Yeah.
has no private life.
He couldn't, like, continuously show up where Tsukauchi is. Someone would put that together. Man, All Might's biggest flaw sometimes really is like he's just too loving, as crazy as that is.
Just a little something I received from a generous citizen I rescued the other day. Are gifts not appropriate?
Sort of weird territory, but you know that All Might is swimming in merchandise, too.
It's a souvenir I picked up on my trip to Osaka.
What's All Might's gift?
Bath salts?
Oh yeah, rose-scented ones. They're fancy.
Whoa.
I thought they'd be perfect for that sister of yours.
What about Tsukauchi?
When I talk to her, I have to be careful what I say.
Yes.
She's not one to follow the rules quite
Right.
as much as I'd like. If she knew she had a way to contact you, well, I'd rather not imagine what she'd do.
Is this a visual representation of Makuro? Shriveled cigarette butts behind the no smoking sign.
I'm home.
Oh boy, this should be good.
If there's no strings, then don't mind if I do.
I was hoping we could pick up from the other day.
And there it is.
It's not related. It's not related.
She's done nothing to deserve the 5th degree
She's
I know
loyal.
you just love to give her.
Look, it's not like that. But she got caught up in the midst of a villain attack the other day.
Right, I don't think this is antagonistic in any way.
For you.
It's from Osaka.
No reason
Wow,
to press
everyone got
any
souvenirs from Osaka that day.
She has a leaping quirk, right? I understand she uses it for unauthorized performances.
Is this
in vigilante
blackmail? Are
activity.
you blackmailing us?
She's been focusing all her efforts on legit events lately.
This is
Events
true.
that I've been overseeing.
Right.
So direct any complaints my way.
Fair. The best defense is doing things correctly. Just do things really well. It's not bulletproof, unfortunately, but there is definitely some leverage in that. If there's some sort of contentious environment, like at work, for example, but no one can point to any way in which you haven't performed well, you got nothing on me. You got nothing on Pop. You got nothing on us. Take your blackmail elsewhere.
You just throw my complaints straight into the trash.
So then don't leave them.
I'm not planning on breaking any laws.
But I would if I wanted to.
I'm willing to let this one go. But please keep in mind that the
This is not
well-being of
about
someone's
questioning
child
Pop.
is in your hands. Would it kill you to act a little
This is
more
about their
serious?
battle.
Oh, right. Teenage
And
girls
Makoto
always
is winning.
react well to overbearing adults. I love this.
Thanks, All Might.
And this bag isn't from the same store as the gift.
And it says Mites on it. It's great detective work, Makoto.
Call me crazy.
Oh,
But do you have a contact
wow,
at
that's some
All
good
Might Agency?
detectiving.
If you're gonna act this nosy, then I'm
Don't-
taking it back.
Oh, you got bitter. You got emotional about that. Yeah, she was losing too bad. He just was losing and his ego got hurt. And so he like did the nuclear option in the argument.
I was just playing with you.
I don't like to pull that card, don't you think?
Oh, come on.
Wow. Their dynamic is really interesting. I'm actually really curious to see where Makoto goes, because there's a bunch of ways that are possible. There's always been this question in the series, what's the career versus the actual heroic values versus the law, etc. And there was always a point of excitement for me in the show, wondering what would happen to Deku when it wasn't the case that Hero Society and all the laws and the licensing actually happened to be in alignment with what Deku felt was right. And that does come up a little bit, and Deku does sort of go rogue, sort of, but the villains are so extreme and so obviously bad in the show that it never really gets forced to that controversial or that extreme of a head. Like, actually, for what it's worth, for its flaws, Hero Society and My Hero Academia, the main show, is pretty solid. There's a lot of great people keeping it together, for the most part. Or maybe a better way to say that is, you can at least imagine it being much, much worse than it is. But it is interesting to explore that relationship, and I feel like Makoto is really interesting in that way, where, like, it seems like she answers to something else, and she's not so easily convinced that the status quo is the same thing as what's right. And not only that, I think she does it in a way that is admirable in her confidence, because that's not easy. It's sort of a lot of weight to bear. I think it's very exciting, but also very uncomfortable to be in that place where you're trying to figure out what is important, independent of the status quo and like what everyone's telling you. Their dynamic is also really fun and really funny. Also relatable. You're such a big shot, but your sister, some family member in your life who you really want to like you and think highly of you, just destroys you repeatedly. Some weird dynamics there. More grasshoppers.
I'm gonna let everyone know.
The good news
The whole
about
world's gonna hear
grasshoppers?
about how I'm being treated these days.
Okay. Yeah, probably not very well.
If you've got a problem, make it with the people who did that to you in the first place.
Yeah, for real.
Messed up things people do. Modifying folk.
Yeah, I was under the impression that there was reversion. This is it? Like, we're just
When
grasshopper
I
or
was
mantis
released
now?
and got home, I was ready to finally rest in my bed.
Oh no.
But now, I've become too big to fit through the damn doorway.
I mean, the bed also wouldn't have worked, but yeah, we couldn't get through the door to the bed.
Hot Town's got no accessibility for giant mantises like me. Don't get me started
like,
on taking a dump.
to be fair-
Tried lining the whole bathtub
Oh,
with
no.
newspaper and...
Point made, Kalyan. Spares the details.
Like, it would be really hard in this world to accommodate everyone, given just the vast range of what people are.
Poor guy.
Yeah, this is rough.
You're backwards. That's why I gotta complain.
Your legs are backwards.
Look at all this crap in my way. It means society ain't doing its job right.
I mean, like, you can argue that, I think, and he can speak his mind about it, but, like, someone did this to him through an experiment, to their point. That's where the wrongdoing seems to have been. Though, like, I mean, it can be all the
system
above.
needs more inclusivity for minority groups. I'm talking infrastructure and social services.
Services, right.
But it does sound noble when you put it like that.
Oh no, the bath salts. He smells amazing.
Know what infrastructure means?
He smells so pretty. This is a very powerful support item. Maybe not the aesthetic we were going for, but the aesthetic that we just deserve.
Maybe it'll help me get some chicks.
Nah. Cologne can't help a guy who poops in a bathtub.
Somehow, I don't feel like he got that many chicks before pooping in a bathtub, but who knows? There's someone for everyone out there, even for someone who poops in a bathtub, probably.
That ain't all there is to me. I got plenty of other charming traits.
Yeah, like, for example, I talk like it's the 1940s.
Thanks again for the gift. My
I
sister
smell
said it was
amazing.
perfect for...
Nah, he's gonna smell it. It never made it to her.
I shouldn't lie to
Don't
you.
lie. No reason to
I
lie.
didn't give it to her.
Why not?
She beat me in an argument. Close. It's not because we had the fight, it's because I lost the fight.
The two of us couldn't be any more different.
Nah, very similar.
She's quick to
Very
break
similar.
promises or bend
That's
the
why they
rules
fight.
when it helps her.
Right. It's a superficial difference.
It feels like I'm talking to a crime lord with her. And it always goes the same when it all hits the fan.
I end up angry and crying.
She's a bad apple.
No, she's not. That's the wrong reading. All Might set him straight.
Hard if you see yourself as police. Because to her, you're more than a cop.
Right.
You're
Don't
family.
identify with being a cop.
Can't blame her for
That
letting
can't
out
be
her
like
big
the highest
brother,
thing.
Can you?
That's downstream of what matters, right? Like you're someone who believes in something and you want to do something wonderful and you want to use your gifts to help the world because that's important and humans are valuable. And what's the best fit for me to do that? Oh, I could be a police officer. I think I'd be good at that. It looks the same if you're looking at that stage of it in isolation, but that picture is so much more rich and enduring the deeper back that goes. Yeah, your family. But actually, I think that's not really what's happening with Tsukauchi. He actually is thinking about it as family, but the way he's approaching it is that he's the big brother and his job is to like protect Makoto. And so if she doesn't respect his authority and he can't win a debate with her where she's super calm and he's getting all hot-headed, then that's in question. And so there's a little bit of feeling of being threatened there. And there's danger to my world because I sort of have to let go of the feeling of security I have based on this idea I had of what our relationship was. But you got to let those things go. Like if it's not working, you can't force it. You know, he's not her cop brother that is going to fix everything for her. She's very capable herself, obviously. If anything, he could probably benefit from her management.
If that's the case, she's acting spoiled.
No argument there.
A little bit sensitive. He's not ready for it. Give it some time. He'll get it. Oh no. I'm loving this like bath salts arc. There he is, Cat Cop, the #1 hottest cop, without question. Not up for debate.
Finally get a girlfriend? Just leave me alone.
But like he's still using them. This is not all the same day. It's like, this is the price I have to pay, then I'm willing to pay it.
We're the Karate Club from the third planet from the Black Hole High.
Cool.
We've arrived at the
Something about them makes me nervous.
desire for group dating activities.
What? Wait, excuse me? What did you say? If this girl didn't interrupt with her nervousness, I think what they're actually saying is we've arrived at an all-girls high school to express our desire for group dating activities, which is much more reasonable. I also love the question of like, from where? Like, does it matter?
I'm the guy who respects personal boundaries and who gives advice on it from enough distance to not get punched in the face.
Yeah, but this doesn't really resonate because they think he's creepy too.
Interfere with us and our methods for picking up girls.
I mean, it's not that it was working super well, but this is, what's the limit to these powers? He did both at once. There are no excuses except for his own like inner burdens and walls. He has everything he needs.
We'd love to do some form training with you.
Also, you've heard of me.
Even some love training.
I mean, they do need some love training. But not for me.
Freeze! Don't move. We got
Yeah, I feel like you don't have a frame rate high enough for this.
Activated his quirk.
It just all happened at
He
once.
broke out
Yeah,
of custody,
right. Stole
stole
and
10
shot
sidearms,
everyone 6
and fired
times.
them all before escaping.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All within the span of about 1 second.
Yeah, but that's all he can do. That's the one weakness.
Affects his
Yeah,
brain,
yeah, there's
too.
a slowdown. Which, like, when you think about it, you kind of need that. Otherwise, he'd die. He'd run into a wall or something.
We know of a few heroes with this sort of ability.
Oh, thank
they
God.
Use it to help with sharpshooting or martial
Like, we
arts.
need to call them. I was thinking that the way to beat this guy would be to get him to expend all his powers and then, like, in that moment when he needs to rest, end it as quickly as possible. Maybe a decoy or something.
We might be looking at another quirk amplification via trigger.
What does he want, also? He said he wasn't even involved in the drug thing.
The high-speed hero, O'Clock. A criminal responder from last generation.
It looks like the Flash.
4-hit combo, made possible by his acceleration quirk. It was good, but from what I've heard, he hasn't been active in at least a few years.
Maybe went rogue?
But some years back, he stopped renewing his hero license and disappeared.
But he has interesting reason that I'd love to hear.
You mind not having your meeting smack dab in the middle of our store? You're not even customers.
I live right around
I like
the
how
block.
Aizawa just
no other cafes
stayed here,
nearby.
just moved
You're
in.
not a cafe either.
I'm drinking coffee here and that makes it a cafe.
You're thinking the hero might have been tired of saving people and switched teams? That'd be one hell of a scandal.
It can't be that unheard of, right?
I hear a lot of guys like him go into hiding after they retire.
Especially
Revenge.
the ones who find themselves picking up enemies left and right.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like you gotta be
It's true.
careful about that yourself, Eraser.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, what's crazy is that, like, this gets so big in scale that there's no escaping it. There's no hiding. You can't hide from the destruction of the entire Earth.
Some hang up the cape because
Right.
they get hurt too bad. Others, they bow out when they realize they've become too old to keep up.
It also would be hard to lead a normal life
The
with a
man's far
family.
away on a beach trying to live out the rest
Always
of his golden
worrying.
years in quiet. Hope that'll be me someday.
It will, but after a lot goes down. That's it. That's the trademark 4-hit combo.
I did 8 hits at once.
8, he doubled it.
Why not use firearms? Just the other day.
I mean, yeah, that is a lethal combination. It was actually
No way.
legit scary.
If I can't feel the impact of my blows, then what's the point?
Very well.
Okay, sure. This guy has some heart at least. Otherwise, he would just use the guns, probably.
Man,
I
the
think.
boss seriously needs to learn a little style, doesn't he?
Oh, he never will. Yeah, he's a total ham.
But that sort of thing just doesn't fit the vibe I'm going for.
What do you
Not
want?
very heroic, is
Master. Yeah, it was right.
Master.
What happened to him, though?
Whoa, look at you, hitting the books.
Yeah.
You can read?
You'll never believe this one. I learned a new move today.
Again. Nice. But that's not all.
Shoot projectiles now?
Well, it's the same repelling force
Right.
I usually use to slide.
Yes, right.
Didn't you need to be on all fours to do that when we first met?
That was yesterday.
Out of nowhere, I used my hands to deflect some missiles.
Right, while stuck to the wall. Yeah, so we switched it. I think we can maybe drop out of college now. Like, we're pretty much there. What? This is insane.
It's the crawler!
Scrappy thrust style, that's terrible, but it's also really cool.
You hung up this reminder of exactly who you shouldn't be!
What? What's the problem? This is amazing. This is a great day. Oh, you broke a window just like him.
Keep it locked away.
If I
Why?
lost control, who knows what would happen?
Oh, you gotta develop it. Just do it better. Don't do it inside where there are windows.
Master's still teaching me lessons to this day.
Where is
May
he?
not have set a good example, but he's the shining image of what not to do.
A reverse role model.
Those are good too. Those are useful. And if you ever need to know how to disappear when people need you the most, if you ever want to learn how to silently abandon people who look up to you, look no further. I mean, I think honestly I've taken way more from negative role models than positive role models. Like, never do I want this to be me. Never will I repeat this sort of action. Which then, of course, sort of inevitably, karmically, sometimes you do, which is interesting. But that's just part of the process. All right, so this whole like power thing with Koichi, it's kind of comical. His power actually is amazing. Now, like, there's a really nice way to read that narratively, which is that everyone has that. Everyone's quirk could be that if developed correctly and diligently enough and creatively enough. Maybe you haven't found the full range of it yet or extent of what you can do yet. Now it's just a fledgling ability that maybe seems useless or even detrimental. Maybe it's not accepted. Maybe people make fun of it. But if you were going to practice it because it's you know, you have it, it comes to you naturally. Maybe if you push that all the way, you would break through some sort of boundary or barrier where it actually becomes something interesting. It becomes a threat. And then combined with hopefully some perspective and increased experience with time, you also can find a great application for it. I really do love the trope because I think it's real of that ugly duckling sort of thing, or you don't realize the things you lament about yourself are gifts in their way if properly adapted. So in that way, it's really cool. But like, I guess based on my expectations where I thought it was going to go, like, you know, we can't all have all for one. We can't all have great quirks. Some of us have crap quirks like slip and slide Koichi over here. But no, it turns out he has projectiles. He's Magneto. He can maybe fly. Like, I don't know realistically what else you could ask for a roll of the dice in terms of quirks. So that's kind of hilarious. Anyway, I feel like now we're getting somewhere with season 2. This is the most interesting episode of the 3. I think there's so much to do with Makoto and Tsukauchi. Makoto, one of the characters I'm most interested in the show as a whole. This episode hints that there might be some cool stuff we can do with the villain. There's some history there. I'm interested to know what his motivations are, why he's doing this. He definitely seems motivated for something, which is exciting. And so yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this season continues to develop.